Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this does not work without you guys. Oh my goodness. Um, it was the night before the Rams, and all through the house, all of us Dallas Cowboy fans hope that it's not gonna be a rout. That's about as close to rhyming as I can go. I'm here in my workshop building some bookcases for my in-laws. We're trying to reorganize their main level and make it like an apartment, and make their living room better, or better organized. We're building these bookcases where a TV will go in between. I got one more left to put together, and then start doing the face frames and the doors, and just kind of working and stuff, trying to pass the time by. So, if you see the cover picture, that's Justin. Shout out to everybody who donated and helped out to try and make his dream come true. Unfortunately, Justin has Graves' disease and is uh, doesn't have too much time left. And his dream was to go see the Dallas Cowboys. I hope that the Dallas Cowboys show up tomorrow for Justin. Um, he's at Lava Cantina right now as we speak. Miss Jackie's there. My man Barry from Cowboys Experience. They always do the home games. We've got Joe Looney, Michael Gallup, and who else is there? I think Travis Frederick, maybe. I don't quote me on that. No, Blake Jarwin. Blake Jarwin's there, and he's there. I got met Rowdy and everything else, and tomorrow he'll be on the sidelines. So for me, that's a great feeling to get him there and be able to do this. But I couldn't have done it without you guys and everybody who donated to Justin getting there. I have ordered. I've got 144 shot glasses that are coming, and no, they're not all going to you guys, but I think we've had like 30 people or more that have donated to the cause, and so the new shot glasses, Brian from Brian SoCal. Unfortunately, it doesn't work real good on this shirt, but can you guys see that? That is a star with Jobu. Okay, it's Jobu. See, there's the J, U B U. So my new shot glasses on one side have spread the mojo, and on the other side they have this logo. So I've ordered shot glasses for everybody who donated to help Justin get there. I'm gonna send everybody a shot glass, and maybe what we'll do is at some certain time when everybody's got their shot glass on one of the shows, we'll all have a drink for Justin. How about that? And it's my way of saying thank you, everybody. What's up, gas station Bonner? Stephanie Bates, how you doing? Damien, how's it going? Man, talk with Philly 500. He's feeling good about his team now that all his starting receivers are gone. He's actually feeling better about the practice squad receivers. You talk about delusional fans. Philly? Really? Philly? And I've been going through the whole game situation, just trying to figure out what's going on with my Cowboys. I hate. Let me do some work here while I'm talking. I don't want this glue to dry me. I hate what's going on with our Cowboys, man. To have a season that started out with so much promise. Okay, it started off with a lot of promise. You would think that the defense that played so well last year, they played well last year, that were young, would get better. You didn't think that our special teams would go to shit. And oh, by the way, let me hold your ears. This cranking in here a little bit. I think Jason Garrett has a burner account. I got a new troll. This guy says, I'm not a real Dallas Cowboy hardcore fan because I'm not a real hardcore Dallas Cowboy, diehard Dallas Cowboy fan because I criticize the Dallas Cowboys. He said, if you're a real diehard fan, no matter what, you never say anything bad about the Dallas Cowboys. He said, even if the defense is terrible, if you're a diehard, you don't say bad things about it. You say good things about it. So I'm just curious for this guy. If a tree is about to fall on you, do you get out of the way or do you just say, it's okay because I'm a diehard and it doesn't matter? It doesn't matter. That has to be the dumbest comment that I've ever heard in my life. So regardless of, he says, it doesn't matter what mistakes Jerry Jones makes. You support him and you say he's doing the right thing. It doesn't matter if the team loses games. You still say good things about the team because you're a diehard fan. It doesn't matter. All you ever are supposed to say is positive things about the team. And my thing is, buddy, you are a freaking idiot. This same idiot goes on to say, hey, stop blaming Jason Garrett. Stop blaming Jason Garrett. Because I talked about tackling. I said, here's what I did. I did just kind of like my inspirational speech. If I were a Dallas Cowboys, it's the Newt Rockne. Most of you probably don't know who Newt Rockne was. But anyway, it would be the speech that you make to the players to make them look inside themselves, to dig deep. To understand that we are playing for something, that we are part of the Dallas Cowboys legacy. That star used to mean something up there. When the Dallas Cowboys came to town, they were coming to town to kick your ass. They weren't out there begging for people to vote for them for Pro Bowls. They were going out there performing on the field, and you had no choice but to make them a Pro Bowler. So when I pointed out that the Dallas Cowboys missed 19 tackles, this same person who says that I'm not a real fan says, oh, you act like the Dallas Cowboys are the first team to ever miss 19 tackles in a game. No, I'm sure they're not. I'm sure that there have been worse. I bet there's somebody out there that's missed 50 or more. But here's the thing. How about you look at the season on totality? The Dallas Cowboys have missed more tackles than anybody else. And if you're an idiot that just want to say, hey, that's okay, we're good, then you're never going to get better. You have to criticize and you have to understand where there's problems to fix problems. If you ignore problems, like let's say, like Jerry Jones was talking about, if you're in a car accident there and you really don't know your anatomy and you cut your wrist half off, you cut the wrist off. And if you know your anatomy, you got to wrap it up so you don't bleed to death. He said some people, they'll just get out the car and just run out in the woods and they bleed to death and die. So, buddy, apparently you're that guy that doesn't know your anatomy who gets out the car and runs outside and bleeds to death because you don't realize there's a problem. There's problems on this team. There's problems on this team. I, for one, think they quit on the coach. I have a belief, and this is the thing. I'm gonna be like Zeke's mama. Zeke's mama is like, this Twitter thing. It's a free platform where I can post what I want, and if you don't like what I watch or what I have to say, or you want to be an ass, I'll block you. I ain't got no problem with that. You don't have to be here listening to me. So, buddy, if I'm not a real fan, then why are you watching? But I love the Dallas Cowboys. I wouldn't be going crazy like I have been about the Dallas Cowboys if I didn't care about it. I wouldn't be sitting here racking my brain trying to figure out what are the problems that we can do that just maybe I put it out in the universe. I come up with the solution, like Einstein's, relativity, right? Let's say hypothetically that me or Law Nation or Okoye or Vash Lombardi come up with a solution for the Dallas Cowboys. And all of a sudden, somebody happens to see it from the Cowboys and say, you know what? That just might work. Damn. We didn't think about that. Let's try that. And it goes on and helps them win a Super Bowl. I ain't got no problem if you steal my idea if it helps us win. But if you go blindly into thinking that everything is fine, you're that cow who's following around all the other cows in the slaughter line. I'm just following behind that guy. Everything seems fine right now. Bam! Now your hamburger. Now your freaking hamburger served at McDonald's. So, I ain't got nothing for you, buddy. If you don't like the meal I'm serving, go to another restaurant. How's everybody doing? Junebug! What's going on, Junebug? Not even Five Guys. Not even, I got it. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Just sometimes, it's like you guys wouldn't imagine the amount of hate I get. It doesn't matter what I do. Somebody's always got some negative shit to say about it. Everybody thinks that everything I do has an ulterior motive. I had somebody once say, must be nice to be just kicking back at home while that YouTube money just rolls in. It's Saturday night and I'm in here working. I'd like to know where that YouTube money that's going to be rolling in is. I once had another person said I'm the black Donald Trump. That I'm a 1%er. Y'all seen the truck I drive? That's 15 years old. So, that's what it's like to be part of Mark Holmes' life, I guess. Mark for president. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. billionaire would be nice. See, I tell you what. See, if I had a lot of money, well, here's the thing. I'd probably never have a lot of money because I would never be that chinch that you got to be greedy. And you got to basically look out for number one. And I would end up, hang on one second, let me finish putting this piece in here. And let me wrap to you. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've been taken advantage by a lot of times in my life. But my daddy taught me something. My daddy said, I'll loan money to anybody. He said, because one of two things are going to happen. One, that person is going to pay me back. And I'll know that that's a person that I can trust and that's a man of their word. Or two, they won't pay me back and I'll never have to deal with them again because they'll owe me money and they won't want to come around. One of the most enjoyable things that I enjoy doing, well, I love cooking for others. Not so much for myself. I hate to cook for myself. I like to cook for others. And I love building. And taking old houses and rebuilding them. And what I've been able to do with houses and stuff that nobody else would bother with or nobody else wanted is rebuild them into nice homes for people that were affordable houses. See, I believe everybody should have a great home. I think everybody should have health insurance. Because, and I don't want to get into politics or anything like that, but here's the thing. I learned the hard way. When I was young, I rolled the dice. I didn't have health insurance. I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm not going to get sick. And I got a flesh-eating bacteria. Instead of going to the doctor because I didn't have health insurance, I waited. And because I waited, when I finally had 104 temperature and damn near died from it, I spent 2 weeks in the hospital, had June bug. Your dad is smart. I lost $40,000 helping a family, cousins, aunts, uncles, and now they're out. Well, June bug. Okay, well, he wouldn't loan him quite that much money. He would have found out sooner. But man, damn, you got it like that, huh? Can I hold something, June bug? Can I hold something, man? But anyway, make a long story short. Had I went to a doctor when it first set in, I would have got antibiotics and been fine. Instead, I had 3 knee operations to save my life, spent 2 weeks in the hospital, spent 6 months learning how to walk again, and the tune of about $70-some thousand worth of medical bills. And this is 1994. Ended up being the end of my marriage, bankrupting me, and I lost my job. So that's what having health insurance would have made a difference. Justin, who we got together to help him, Justin's Graves' disease could have been treated, but he didn't have health insurance. And that's a failure in all of us. And so what I do when I find these old houses, or at least I used to when I had credit and money, was rebuild them and rent them out as affordable houses. That way people had a house that was like brand new that they could afford, safe place, that they could have a place to live. And that's what I want to get back to. I don't know how much time I got on this earth, but I want to spend it doing things that help others. That way I can leave a mark. If you see the team tanking, don't you think Jerry sees it too? You know what? I don't know what Jerry sees. You know, we all, here's the, you know, it doesn't make sense. I'm trying to understand. Aloha, dude. How are you doing? You're in the Philippines now? What are you doing in the Philippines? I thought you were in Hawaii. We keep hearing that Jerry Jones likes to be in charge because it's an ego thing. Okay, I get that. You know, some people like to have power. I had 20 people that used to work for me for my construction company, and I hated it. I don't like to just tell people. I don't like to sit around and watch others work. I like to. You see what I'm doing here? I enjoy doing the work. So if it's Jerry's ego is the reason why he's the GM, how is failing 25 years in a row feeding your ego? I don't understand that. To me, feeding the ego would be standing up at midfield as the confetti falls and holding up that Super Bowl trophy and basically putting a thumb in the face of all of the NFL owners that said, yeah, that hate you. That would be my ego, feeding my ego. It's not like you can't afford anything you want. You got a 350-foot long yacht. You got the best stadium in the world. You know, it's not like you decided to get a 15-foot dinghy, right? You decided, I'm getting a custom-made ship that's going to be one of the best yachts in the world that is the best of the best. But you got a dinghy for a coach. How does that make sense? But how is, okay. But here's the thing. When you hold on, having your hands on it every day, but it's not succeeding. I don't get that. That's what I don't understand. Okay, I mean, you know, I understand. It's your baby, your toy. But I want to win sometime. A quarter century? A quarter century. I don't see how to feed your ego. No, how bad was the fire at the new ballpark? Whoa. Have they finished constructing it? Not giving this season up. Too old for that. I'm not. Hold it. I haven't given up on the season. I think the Cowboys beat the Rams. And as I look at the Eagles, you at least listen. The Eagles lost to the Miami Dolphins. The Eagles now say Carson Wentz is clutch because he ended up beating the Giants in overtime. The Giants, a team that had won in 9 weeks. I think they lose to the Redskins tomorrow. I honestly do. And I won't put it on and say Carson Wentz is a bad quarterback. They just don't have any horses in the race. Jerry's got too much money to be hungry. Of all Texas. Randall Cobb's a mole. How is Randall Cobb a mole? What? Randall Cobb's a mole? Man, put that shit down you're smoking. I'm with you. We got to stick together for the team's sake. And I really hope that you're right about the game that we need bad. You know, what we need bad, though, is, okay. I don't hate Jason Garrett. I don't hate him. But here's the thing, man. I'm telling you. Andy Reid took the Eagles to a Super Bowl. Andy Reid was the last team to win back-to-back division titles, 2003, 2004. Actually, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. Andy Reid was an incredible coach. But Andy Reid got stale in Philadelphia. It wasn't that he didn't forgot how to coach. People started tuning it out. Doug Peterson won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. It's not that he all of a sudden forgot how to coach. People get complacent. Philly 500 said something to me, and I forgot about this, but Bill Belichick said when he wins the Super Bowl, automatically he gets rid of about 30% of the people that are on the team. Because people get complacent. People get complacent, and that's why they don't win back-to-back. And you can look at the Eagles. The Eagles, those guys, they got happy that they won a Super Bowl. They relaxed. They took it easy. Man, we got this shit. They weren't hungry. And I think we've got some of that with the Dallas Cowboys because you get notoriety just because you are a Dallas Cowboy. You can come up here for an autograph signing in Washington, D.C., and you got lines out the door to see you. And the hometown team doesn't even bring people because they know nobody's going to show because you're a Dallas Cowboy. You start believing the hype of last year that, yeah, we're the hot boys. We're a great young defense. Best linebackers in football. That defensive line, oh, man. You start believing that and you relax. You stop working so hard. And then when other guys are out there hungry, that want that same thing that you got, that don't have that notoriety, that don't have the Dallas Cowboys, they come in and they kick your ass. They come in and they kick your ass because they have desire. That looks pretty good. That's pretty good for one day's worth of work. Thomas Garrett, I haven't forgot about your shirt, man. Haven't forgot about your shirt. They came in, but they came in as 2XLs. You need a large. I know, I got it. I just reordered it. I got to make the face frames for all this, and then I got to make doors. See, this is for my father-in-law. See, you know, with your father-in-law, you got to have a little taste, just a little taste. So what we're going to do, TV's going to go in between here. We're going to make a bridge to go across, right, with adjustable shelves. They can upgrade to they got a small TV. They can go to a 50-inch, right? What we're going to do is we're going to put 2 doors right here. So, and 2 doors right here. So this way, that can be like the little liquor cabinet. So you put your top shelf stuff in there. And maybe I ought to put a lock in there to make sure nobody steals the good stuff. Would you be surprised if Jerry resigns? Oh, man. Oh, you know. I just got chills when you just said that. If the Cowboys re-sign Jason Garrett, if you were to ask me, what would it take for you not to watch football anymore? What would it take for you to finally give up on the Dallas Cowboys? I would have to probably say if the Cowboys held on to Jason Garrett. That, and they decided to just say, you know what, let's just let Dak Prescott walk. I think those would be the 2 things that would question my loyalty to the Dallas Cowboys, because then I would know this thing ain't got nothing to do with winning. After seeing the only coach that I ever knew for the Dallas Cowboys unceremoniously fired, after the success we had with Jimmy Johnson, getting rid of him, after all of the things that I have seen in my 54 years, losing to the Colts in the Super Bowl, Super Bowl IV, losing to the Steelers, seeing the Washington Redskins and hearing Dexter Manley say, "I'm going to clean Danny White's clock out," and living here, seeing the Washington Redskins win not one, not two, but 3 Super Bowls, while my Dallas Cowboys got old, while the innovator stopped innovating, and seeing them go 1-15, seeing that team rock bottom. Nothing ever made me question being a Dallas Cowboy fan. Nothing. Not the Tony Onos, not the Drew Hensons, not even bringing in Brian Leaf or the Quincy Carters, the Chan Galeys, or none of those things ever made me question wanting to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. But I don't think I could live through another year of seeing Jason Garrett. I think that might be the thing that finally says, you know what, Mark, you just can't watch football. You just can't. So when you say something like Jason Garrett gets a new contract with the Cowboys, I just got this knot in my stomach. I just got chills. I just literally felt ill. I couldn't do it. We need to lose every remaining game so that Jerry Alzheimer's has no excuse for keeping Garrett. Robert, that herein lies the conundrum. Basically, you're saying, would I take a Super Bowl for keeping Jason Garrett? Oh my God. I guess you would have to at this point after 25 years. But here's the thing though. If the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, that would be the time for Jason Garrett to leave, to take, say, I did it. I did it my way. I'm going to leave on top and then go someplace else, because then he can pick anywhere he wants to go. If he truly believes that that Jerry's interfering with the Cowboys and everything else, then he would be able to pick any team he wanted to go to. I mean, Lord knows the Giants. He could become the Cowboys' biggest nemesis. Now, and here's what's better, a top 50 pick and lose. No, listen. If we, and this is again, this is where me and Philly 500 were having a conversation, because it was kind of like, as he lost to the Miami Dolphins, he started thinking, man, it'd be better just to lose out. Because if you lost, let's say we end up 7-9, you're looking at a top 10 pick. You're looking at a top 10 pick. A top 10 pick, and it's not just the top 10 pick in the first round. Understand, here's the thing. If that pick moves up, all the other picks move up. So when you think about last year, where our number 2, we didn't have number 1, our number 2 pick was what? 50 something? No. Our number 1 pick is a top 10. Our second pick is a top 42. Our third round pick is a top 75. That makes things a little bit easier for the new guy to come in to have those picks. So that's one of those things. Do you have the moral victory of making the playoffs and end up having a 20-something pick? Or do you end up missing the playoffs and have a top 10 pick and a new coach? It's like being between a rock and a hard place. It's like, damn. Top 10 pick for next year. Does sound good. And we'll be in Vegas. That'll be kind of fun. Being in the playoffs, have an extra week of football. That sounds pretty good too. But then, Jerry Jones might go ahead and say, oh, well, the Cowboys, we were left for dead. We had that 3-game losing streak. Jason Garrett, he ended up rallying the troops, and he ended up getting us to the playoffs, and we won a game. So you know what? That Jason Garrett, he's the right guy for the job. That's the scary part. And Jerry Jones, he owns the team. Nothing we can do about it. He can do what he wants with it. I don't know, man. I'm trying to decide if I feel like doing any more work tonight or just get up early in the morning and start cutting these face rims. Yeah. Cowboys legend, him and I got into it. Yeah. Oh, sure. I can. Let me go ahead and build another cabinet. That ought to be enough to go ahead and have enough money to buy the Cowboys. 2017, we were at the same spot. 2017, we went through that 3-game losing streak. Cowboys had Zeke Elliott suspended. The team was in disarray. And I posed the question of, maybe we should lose out, get a high draft pick, and be done with Jason Garrett. Cowboys legend trolled the hell out of me. He was like, you're not a real fan because you never root to lose. You're a bandwagon fan. I'm like, no, I look at the picture and say, this team is not good enough to compete for a Super Bowl. Not with Jason Garrett. Maybe we get rid of Jason Garrett. Maybe we get a high draft pick. We get somebody here who can coach. Maybe down the road we do good. We played better. We finished 9-7. Missed the playoffs. Jason Garrett got another year. And we had a worse draft pick. So in retrospect, we're here at the same spot again. We lose the last 3 games, we have a top 10 pick. We get rid of Jason Garrett. We start over. We win the 3 games. We risk keeping Jason Garrett. And you make the playoffs, probably don't go very far. I don't know. What I don't know. There's so many emotions that you just don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just like, I don't know. It's hard, man. It's hard. Hire Urban Meyer. No. Chance Garrett stays. No chance. You don't have to make decisions by committee if you have the right people. And see, here's the thing. I have no problem with Jerry Jones being the final yes or no guy. But what you have to do is see, most CEOs for a company don't understand how to do stuff. When I worked for this company that we did projects and stuff down in Smithsonian, the guy who owned the company knew nothing about construction, even though that's what we did, construction. He would take a job, oh, we're going to do this job. And I would look at it and say, you don't want to do that job. It's too difficult. No, we want to be the guys that can fix the problems that nobody else can. And so there's a reason why nobody else is taking a job, because it can't be fixed. Because I've been on the field. I understand what I can look at somebody and say, that's screwed up. You don't want to touch that. Okay? It's impossible. What the architect wrote is garbage. It won't work the way you have it. The guy at the top, we're going to take it, make it work. The thing that he knew was, Mark, I got you because I know you'll figure out a way to make it work. You'll figure out how to make it work. I don't have to because I got you to do that. That's what Jerry needs to do. He hasn't figured out that Jason Garrett's not the one that can come up with the solution to succeed. The CEO's job is to put people in a position to succeed and let them do their job. And if we could get Jerry Jones to understand that, he has at some point because he understands that Will McClay is better at scouting and getting guys on the team than me picking him. For me, just going through crazy in the draft. Oh, let me go ahead and take this guy. Oh, we're gonna move up in the draft. Let's go ahead and get Morris Claiborne. They say he's the best defensive player in the draft. Yeah, and you use a one in a second, and end up messing up. Oh, Johnny Manziel. I like the way he shows me the money. Let's draft that guy. That's where. Wait a minute, Stephen Jones. No. Our draft board don't have that guy up there. He's not the one. Take Zach Martin. He delegated to Will McClay, who knows how to scout. Instead of Jerry Jones signing these contracts that are crazy, that screwed the team and had us $25 million every year over the salary cap, and then restructuring contract after contracts, to go ahead and pay the bills and to keep a team on the field, he let Stephen Jones go in there. We still have high contracts, but they've figured out how to make them so that way they're a little more team friendly where there's an out. D-Law. Okay, D-Law, well, 2 more years, you can get out of that one. Zeke Elliott, 2 more years, you can get out of that one. Is it a block, you, Brian? I'm a Cowboys fan. If I'm Stephen Jones, what was that? I like Stephen Jones, give the team to his son. Accident already happened. You guys are being real. I just tell him the truth. What's your truth? Why are you here, Brian? Accident waiting to happen. Cowboys suck, Mark. It's over. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? Have you looked at the Eagles? Because all you got to do is beat the Eagles. I hate to say it. The Eagles, they were taught, weren't they touted to be another Super Bowl team? Deepest team in the NFL. Now they're getting practice squad guys for wide receivers. I can't disagree about Garrett being a bad coach, but it's football. Anything can happen. The Rams were left for dead a few weeks ago, and all of a sudden they're playing a little bit better. The Redskins fired their coach. All of a sudden they're playing a little bit better. The Bears, they stunk in the first half. They're playing better. And now teams that were playing well seem to be coming back down to earth. You can look at New England and say they're not as good as they started out the season. I'm not saying they're bad, but now you can't say that they're definitely odds-on Super Bowl favorite anymore. Things change fast in the NFL, really fast. So unless you have been in the future, you got a time machine, you don't know what's going to happen. You just don't know. So, Brian? Okay. Boom. Okay. Franchise Dak. Actually, I'm not sure that that's your best move. But, again, I'm not the owner. I look at it like this. We've got a bunch of holes. And to me, as much as you guys doubt, you know what? I'm going to pose a question. Because Law Nation did a funny video. Law Nation, it was great because Law Nation, he's got it. So he's got the evil Law Nation and he's got the Law Nation. It's kind of like Star Trek Mirror Mirror, where there's the alternate universe. So he recorded, so he's got one law and then he did another one, the other law, and he put them together. I don't know how he does that. Okay, that's film magic. I don't know how to do that, but it's cool. We got so many fans out there that say, you know what, the Cowboys suck because Dak Prescott can't lead them to victory. Okay. And so when you say our special teams are basically having a start in the worst field position in the NFL. We got a kicker who couldn't kick field goals. So that changed how you try and score. You got a defense who lets the 28th ranked offense in the NFL score 31 points. So I want to know, what quarterback do you have that's going to be able to overcome that? That's all I want to know. Because this is the same thing that happened to Tony Romo. Tony Romo, you score 48 points against Denver and still lose. 48 points and you still lose to Denver. So everybody said, well, Tony Romo lost to Denver. No, the whole team lost. Unless he's going to play defense and start tackling somebody, who's going to come in and fix this? Oh, don't pay Dak, man. They're losing games. Don't pay Dak. What? You are a fucking idiot. What? So you think, so we keep hearing all these people say, well, Tom Brady, he going to be a free agent. He going to come to the Cowboys. You think Tom Brady, they ain't scoring 31 points? They ain't scoring 31 points in New England. They're not. Tom Brady's 43 years old. They're not scoring 31 points a game. He's not going to do anything different than what Dak's doing. Is Carson Wentz? Carson Wentz who had to go in overtime against the Giants to win? You think he's going to get a different result than what Dak's getting here? Matty Ice, who has Julio Jones, had Mohamed Sanu, and Calvin Ridley. You think Matty Ice, who choked in the Super Bowl, is going to do better with the Cowboys right now? I don't know who it is. Is it going to be? Maybe your thought is we're going to build the perfect quarterback. He's going to be like some android or alien or something around, something that's going to come down, from the heavens and it's going to end up fixing all this shit. Are you kidding me? Who's going to be able to overcome the fact that your defense cannot get a damn takeaway? See, here's the difference between the Cowboys and a team like New England. New England has over 30-some takeaways. Here's another one. The Dallas Cowboys have more missed tackles than anybody else. If you can't tackle anybody and you can't get them the ball and your special teams can't get a damn return, I don't know what quarterback is going to be able to overcome that. That's the Tony Romo-ism. It's not like your quarterback is coughing the ball up when he has a chance to win the game. It's not a Dak oh-no. It's not that Dak can't throw for 20 yards in a game. But you want to look at only Dak Prescott. Now, I'm not saying Dak Prescott is the perfect quarterback, although he is a top 5 one right now. But one of the few bright spots on the team is what you guys think is going to fix the team. You guys are that guy the idiot I talked about that says you're not a true fan because you're pointing out that, we got bad stuff. That you're forgetting that the defense is not tackling, that the defense is not getting takeaways, that the special teams aren't doing jack. Really? It's like, do you guys actually watch the games? Do you see the Chicago Bears? Do you see Mitch Trubisky running through your defense like water? You look at every quarterback that faces our defense and they look like Joe Montana. We're talking about Mitch Trubisky, a guy who a few weeks ago they were saying, let's leave him on the side of the road. We know we moved up in the draft one spot just to take him, but this guy can't play. The dog can't hunt. Yet he goes ahead and runs through the Dallas Cowboys. And you want to say, get rid of the quarterback. I'll tell you what. You can put Drew Brees back there. And guess what? You ain't going to win with this philosophy on offense. You're not going to win with the special teams that can't do shit. And you're not going to win with a defense that's not tackling. And if you believe that, then please keep chasing those unicorns. Those things have to change. And some of these things, there's what I call coaching fatigue. You need change. You've been doing the same thing for 10 years. All you Tony Romo believers, that Tony Romo would have won a Super Bowl with this talent that we have. He had this talent. He had this offensive line when they were young. He had a Dez Bryant. He had a DeMarco Murray. But he had Jason Garrett, too. If you think that Jason, I don't understand where anybody can look and say that Jason Garrett is the answer. What has Jason Garrett ever done to prove you that he is the guy? It's not like he coached someplace else and did fantastic, and it just happens to be he's here in the Dallas Cowboys. He just can't do it. Yeah, we're third in dropped passes and first in missed tackles. But it's the quarterback's fault. And if we change the quarterback, of course we'll win. Some of y'all, I'm hoping that some of you guys really aren't that stupid. That really you're just trolling me because you like to see me get worked up. Rudy, I'm a fat ass again. I have not done keto for months, and I need to get back there because I have put weight back on. After Christmas, I got to get back to keto. I got to. I am just, like I said, I don't have any video. Miss Jackie showed up late. I got pictures. You see the picture of him right there. I'm hoping that Miss Jackie will get something there and she'll be able to send it to me, I hope, or be able to share it. Justin doesn't smile a whole lot. He says he just does not smile a lot. He said he's dying inside. People love to see me worked up, Jet. Really? They like to see me upset? Why? You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. You don't really want to see me angry, do you? Because I try and keep a calm demeanor inside. I try to stay calm because it's just not pretty when that guy comes out. But see, I'll be streaming during the Eagles-Redskin game, and we'll just keep on flowing right into the Cowboys game. So it's going to be a long day, and I need to rest up my vocal cords. But now I tell you what, I'll do a rant video later about D-Law. You know, D-Law's mama got into his ass. Mama said, you know what? Stop talking, boy. Let your play on the field do the talking for you. Let your play on the field do your talking for you. Shut your mouth till you do something, son. They're like when you block everyone. I actually don't. Hold on. Very rarely do you see me blocking. It's the moderators. Don't look at me. Don't blame me. Oh, she really did do it. Yeah, she really told him because, you know, he out there. We the hot boys. We the hot boys. Ha ha. Hot boys. Yeah, we great. We gonna go in them quarterbacks' ass. You know, we're gonna punch people in the mouth. You know, we're gonna go through. We're gonna punch them in the mouth and get ready to get punched back. And then we're gonna get up and we're gonna see who's gonna do something, this, that, the other, right? You know, just, and his mom was like, son, shut your mouth. You want to talk? Do it on the field, son, because you ain't doing it on the field. You're running your mouth, but your body ain't following, son. Now, she didn't put it quite like that, but if you read between the lines, that's what she was saying. You're running your mouth, and you're not doing shit. You're getting paid $20+ million. You're running your mouth. You're talking about how good you are, how you're the hot boys, and you look like hot garbage out there. You got a guy who just got here, who just got here, who didn't play jack in New England, has got as many sacks as you do. You got Taco Charlton, who didn't play this season for the Cowboys, go to Miami and have almost as many sacks as you do. And you're still up here running your mouth and not backing it up. You want to talk the talk? Walk the walk. And until you start walking that walk, shut your mouth up and play. That's what you got to do. That's what his mama was saying to him. At least that's what I like to think that's what you're saying to him. Let's see if it works. Because I'm one of those guys. Because I actually think his mama started thinking about him talking, going there, Instagram and Twitter and stuff. So don't forget to vote for me for Pro Bowl. Yeah, vote for me for Pro. She probably gave him the. Son, what in God's green earth, with the season that you've had, with the 5 sacks that you've had, the half a sack in the last 4 games that you have had, makes you think that you're getting anything for Christmas? Like a Pro Bowl appearance, son. You want a Pro Bowl? Then you need to go out there and act like you deserve a Pro Bowl, son. You go out there and you earn a Pro Bowl. There's nothing going to be given to you, son. Trust me. I've worked hard to provide for you, to give you the opportunity to be out on that field. And all you're doing is talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and expecting everything to just fall in your lap. Well, son, it ain't going to fall in your lap. It's not going to fall in your lap. You want something, you go out there and you earn it. And until you earn it, shut your mouth. That's what my mama would say to me. I would be like, okay, mama, you right, mama. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to go out there and perform. I'm going to make you proud. That's the way I would look at it. Aaron frickin' Rodgers. I hate that guy. We don't vote for losers to the Pro Bowl. 6 and 7 Pro Bowl. No way, no how. Yes, sir. You tripping, bro. I'm serious. I don't think the Rams will score 42. I tell you what, if they play like if they tackle like they did against Mitch Trubisky, it could be 52. Yeah, but Pro Bowl's not what I mean. It's Orlando. When it used to be Hawaii, it's like, yeah, I want to go to the Pro Bowl. It's Orlando. It's not even warm in Orlando. It's not. It's not. Not in fact, no, it's not. It's not even close to the beach. That ain't much of a vacation. You remember when I used to watch ESPN waiting for them to talk about the Cowboys? Oh, they talk about the Cowboys. They just talk bad about the Cowboys is all they do. But I appreciate that, Lake. Oh, now the offense doesn't show up this Sunday, only putting up 9 points the entire game. Oh, no. We listen, I just wish that we could just put together one good game from beginning to end. Because the offense has gotten cold. Well, partially. One thing that I hate, and I think teams know this too, is to give the Dallas Cowboys the ball first. And I always hate getting the ball first because what always seems to happen is we end the half, whenever we get the ball first, we end the half with the other team getting the ball and they score. And then the other team comes out the second half, they've adjusted and have the ball again. So we have our defense on the field, second half of the second quarter, go in the locker room, and then they come back out, they're playing again. And now our offense has been off the field because I think 50 minutes, I think it was against the Bears, that they didn't have the ball. They're stone cold. If we win the toss, kick the damn ball. Put the defense on us. Look, we need you to get a stop. We need you to come out here and set the damn tone. and to make sure the second half we get the ball to start. I agree with you, Jay. I feel you. I feel you. I want to see Zeke playing too. You know what? I don't want to see Zeke going, I need a blow after one good run. I want to see you, hey, I just had one great run. I want another one right now. I want to be the one to take this into the end zone. Now, if I wonder, I'll save it in case it's not raining tonight. But I wonder, after having 3 losses in a row, if the Dallas Cowboys come out tomorrow lackluster and get the crap beat out of them, would that be enough for them to fire Jason Garrett and say, you know what? We need something. We need an infusion right now as we get ready to take on the Eagles. Would that be enough? Well, I don't know. Well, I need to get off of here because I need to check in and see what Justin sent me an image or something rather and check in with Miss Jackie and stuff. So I'll be back later, guys. Thanks for joining.